Hey guys, and welcome back. I had planned to do a different video this week, but lots of stuff came up. Had an extremely busy, eventful week, so I decided to change it up a little bit, I guess. I have seen a lot of questions about the different options on how to transfer your Kikki-k or your Erin Condren into your Kikki-k. And I noticed that I was kind of biased because I had only done just the sticker on the sides and then punched into the sticker paper. And I noticed a lot of people had mentioned that they didn't like how bulky it made the planner, and they didn't like how wide it made the planner. They didn't like to have to cut their tabs off and put them on the top. And of course, on the other end is, when you cut the tabs on the top or on the sides, you put them on the top. It doesn't stick out that far. I don't have to punch into my holes. There were so many pros and cons to go over when making this decision. And I noticed that I haven't seen any videos of a comparison, just comparing between the two options on the transfer and with my opinion of what they would. Even if you use washi tape, it would be similar to the sticker tape part. So I did a little research. I looked around to see if there was any videos. I didn't see any. I looked on Facebook to see if there's any pictures comparing. You can see in comments where one person has it punched, one person doesn't. So I decided to bite the bullet on 3 months, and I punched the last 3 months of my Erin Condren in the boxes so that I can show you a comparison. And I also wanted to see the comparison myself. So I wanted to see how horrible it would actually be. So let's go ahead and get in. We're going to just go ahead and skip ahead. Go ahead and remove that. I've noticed that this pad is ripping right here and I don't really like it, but what can I say? So I decided to take this foil. I had it in my gold notebook, and I decided to put it in here because I really liked the way that it looked. I had seen on another video by Paper and Glam by Lisa Marie that she had made a 2015 resolution page, and I absolutely love that idea, so I made my own. And basically it's just spiritual, creative, physical, professional, mental, financial, and giving resolutions for the year. So I really liked how this looked on the front of it because I kind of get a peek and I kind of remember that they're there, and it reminds me to look at them and, keep going each day. And then as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit for you so that you can really see the comparison here. So here is these sides. This right here are the 3 months that I trimmed down and punched. And then you can see how far these ones stick out differently. So I went ahead and measured it. Call me crazy. I went ahead and measured it for the thickness. And this is exactly 32 of an inch. For 3 months with the sticker paper, it's 1032. So it's about double the thickness as just punching it. So that in itself actually made me kind of want to look at it a little more. I had originally done 1 month, and I was going to stick with 1 month and do a video on it. And then I realized that maybe having that extra couple of months to really see how it carries over was worth it. So I just trimmed the sticker paper off, and then I punched the holes, and of course I continued to round my insides. I actually, if some of y'all remember in my other videos, I did not have any of these front pages. I did not have any of my note pages. And my planner was pretty full. This is actually less full than it was without the note pages and the front pages. And it has all of those pages now. So I actually have more in it. You can see that it kind of does go into the boxes, you know, and my main reason for not wanting to do that in the beginning was because the top box is for all of my school information and the bottom box is just everything that happens during those days. So those two boxes are actually the two boxes that I use the most. So I decided to go ahead and punch pages that I had already used since I know how much I'm going to fill those boxes up. And we're going to look at those. I didn't get my planner until almost like the very end of January. You have to forgive me, my pages are still sticking. The sticker paper is still a little on there. So, January was pretty basic. I didn't have it yet. This is the week that I actually got my planner at the very end of the week. So, that's another reason why I didn't feel like it was a very good comparison because I didn't have my planner, so I didn't utilize it. I didn't really utilize my planner the way that I do now in February either. It was kind of all over the place, trying to find what I liked. I mean, I've noticed that right here, it's, you know, there, right here. I'm mainly on everything that's punched. I'm missing maybe one letter. So it wouldn't be a huge thing to move it just one letter over because all I'm missing is the uppercase letter on all of it. I barely punched into any of these because that's literally the end of my words. So, I don't feel like it's a horrible option. I mean, even here you can see that, you know, I have everything on there. March is the month where I really started figuring out what I loved about my planner and how to use it. And I filled it out the most. Here I'm missing a letter. Here I'm missing a letter. Nothing over here. Again, nothing over here. One letter, one letter. I'm missing two or so on these. I mean, it's really not that big of an issue. And especially since if I were to continue throughout, which I stopped for April, I would literally just move the words over right there on that section, which wouldn't be a big deal to me because I've looked at past planners that I've had and I've actually had less space than this to write in and it was never a big deal. This section's for my kids, so as long as that section stays open, that's awesome because I write everything, all of their milestones, everything in here. Except for this week, of course. This week was spring break and we were really busy. I didn't put much in there. So, this is a good comparison because this side is not punched and this side is. So, the thickness, again, is about half. And if you look, I'm missing, you know, a couple letters, nothing too big, nothing that you wouldn't be able to maneuver by just putting the sticker on there, taking a punch and punching the hole in it and then writing on it. It really wouldn't be that big of an issue for me. I'm really actually, I don't want to say that I'm liking it. I don't want to say that I'm not liking it because I just did this. I've only had it like this for a couple of days. So I really wanted to flip through this, you know, every day, which I do quite often. I flip through and kind of look at everything that I've done. And, you know, I look up when I paid bills and when we got paid and all of this other information. So I wanted to make sure that I could go through here and look at it every day just to make sure that I'm really liking it and I'm really enjoying it because I don't want to go forward and do more and then regret it. But I did want to do a comparison. If you go to the very back of your planner, you have the note pages. And I had put these two note pages in there, which is just my favorite quotes and my favorite Bible verses for the beginning of the year. And I went ahead and trimmed and cut all of the rest of these note pages except for the very back one. And you can see that it literally just stands out a little bit. This is the very back page, and these are the note pages. So it's not a huge difference. You still have plenty of room to write. The only thing that I'm noticing is that if I were to trim these back pages that I had put in there, because I actually use them and look at them quite often, I would lose. But in the same sense, I noticed when I was looking at them that putting the sticker paper on there, I already lost a lot of that space. What I did was basically I'm cutting right here along the holes where they were, because you can still see them through the sticker paper. And then I'm taking basically my nail and pulling the rest of the sticker paper off, so I'm not losing all of that space. I did go and get a punch specifically for this that I'll show you. I can't give an honest review on this. I've only used it for this. But this is the punch that I went and bought. It's the rotary cutter. I believe it's $39.99 at Hobby Lobby. I had a 50% off coupon, so I got it for $20 instead, or Joann's, I'm sorry, not Hobby Lobby. Right here, there is a white spot on this cutter that I used to define. I would push this down, and then I would put the sticker paper all the way to the edge, right where it stops inside of this. And then I would put it down, and it cuts off everything except for, you know, that very last spot. So it's actually the perfect trimmer for trimming the Erin Condren, because it measures this for you so that the pages aren't uneven, which I absolutely love, which is why I spent the money to get this one instead of a different one. It's very sturdy. It's got rubber, you know, feet on it, so it doesn't slide really easily. I really actually like it, but the cutting process is a little hard for me. Maybe it's just because it's new and it doesn't cut as easier as my old one did. So, and then one other thing that I wanted to point out while watching Lisa Marie's recent video on Paper and Glam is that she bought a Project Life binder on Amazon. And I went to Hobby Lobby and I actually found this one. It's just a turquoise and burlap chevron one. I like it because I can put the year here and I can actually store my planner. But what's the best thing about this is it's got 2 holes in here. But if I'll go ahead and take out a page to show you. We'll just do this. So we've got the 6 holes in the planner. And there's only 2 holes in the Project Life Planner, but if you put them right here on the middle, they fit perfectly. And it's perfect to store, and it came with a bunch of goodies, which I was not under the impression that it came with, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Maybe I can use it to put pictures at the end of the year, Christmas cards or trips that we took, or, you know, whatever, just to kind of keep the whole year together. But I can also put, you know, my journal or anything else that I wanted to put in here and keep the whole year together, which I thought was an amazing option. I've actually really wanted to start looking into doing that instead of the other options that I have, but I haven't made the decision yet. But this is an amazing option because when you close it, as you can see, it's still there, but it doesn't stick out on the edge like another binder that I had been looking at. So I thought that was an amazing option for those of us who were worried about getting or putting our Erin Condren in the Kikki-k and then having nothing to put it at the very end of the year. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend $80 every year just to store it. I want to be able to utilize the planners. So that's basically where I am. Oh, and this was $16.99 at Hobby Lobby, and then I had the 40% off coupon that I used with it. I don't remember exactly what it came up to. So, yeah, I mean, it's It's awesome. It's an option I know a lot of us have looked into, and I know it's also an option that a lot of us have not transferred because of. We want to be able to store it. And I also know a lot of people were questioning on whether they should do the sticker paper or not do the sticker paper. I honestly feel like it's 100% your decision. The sticker paper makes it a little more bulky and it makes it a little wider, and I know a lot of people can't do that. And of course with that sticker paper, it goes a little bit into the boxes. Either way, I feel is a good option. I haven't 100% decided which option I'm going to stick with yet. So hopefully I can figure that out. I'm going to give myself another week or two and kind of, you know, play around and see which option I like better. And I will reveal that to you as soon as I figure it out myself. But I wanted to put this out there this week because I know a lot of people have had questions on it, and I really wanted to, you know, I make the videos just to help others make the decisions, as well as myself. So I think that's it for this week. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions or anything at all, please leave them down below in the comment section. And I mean, I'm more than glad to help and assist in any way I possibly can. So y'all have a great week, and I will probably see you next week with the video I had originally planned for this week. Bye, y'all.